Creatine has long been pigeonholed as a sports supplement, an ergogenic aid for gym-goers and athletes seeking short bursts of power. But this narrow view has begun to collapse under the weight of scientific evidence pointing to far broader benefits. Within the framework of functional medicine, creatine is increasingly recognized as a critical cellular nutrient that supports not just physical strength, but systemic energy metabolism, mitochondrial function, and long-term health resilience. Its role in anti-aging strategies, chronic disease management, and even mental well-being is no longer speculative. It's grounded in biochemistry and confirmed by an expanding body of clinical research. At the core of functional medicine is the goal of optimizing health at the cellular level, preventing dysfunction before it manifests as disease. This is where creatine shines. It is a central player in maintaining ADP production, the fundamental energy process that powers every cell in the body. Unlike stimulants, which artificially push the nervous system, creatine works by supplying cells with the substrates they need to function efficiently and recover from stress. It provides a phosphate donor that rapidly restores ADP levels through the phosphocreatine system. For tissues with high energy demands such as muscles, the heart, and especially the brain, this makes creatine a strategic supplement for sustaining peak function under both physical and cognitive load. Mitochondria, often called the powerhouses of the cell, are heavily supported by creatine. By helping buffer cellular energy fluctuations, creatine reduces mitochondrial strain and oxidative damage, two key drivers of aging and chronic disease. Mitochondrial dysfunction is a common denominator in conditions ranging from fatigue and fibromyalgia to neurodegeneration and insulin resistance. In this context, creatine becomes more than just a performance enhancer. It becomes a therapeutic nutrient that supports mitochondrial resilience, making it highly relevant in functional medicine protocols designed to optimize energy and slow aging. Creatine also demonstrates anti-inflammatory properties that further justify its inclusion in wellness strategies. Low-grade chronic inflammation is a silent accelerant behind most degenerative diseases, from atherosclerosis and diabetes to depression and dementia. Creatine has been shown to lower key markers like C-reactive protein, CRP, and interleukin-6, IL-6 in certain populations. These effects are subtle, but over time may contribute to reduced systemic inflammation, better immune regulation, and less cellular damage, outcomes that are crucial in long-term health maintenance. The neurological benefits of creatine are perhaps the most underestimated. Brain cells rely on ADP as intensely as muscle cells, especially in regions associated with memory, mood, and executive function. In functional neurology, creatine is emerging as a valuable adjunct in managing cognitive fatigue, age-related memory decline, and even mood disorders. It helps buffer the brain's energy dips during stress, sleep deprivation, or hormonal fluctuations. Clinical trials have shown improvements in working memory and processing speed, particularly in aging adults or individuals with low baseline creatine levels, such as vegetarians. For patients navigating complex health challenges, like chronic fatigue syndrome, post-viral syndromes, or neurodegeneration, this makes creatine an elegant and low-risk intervention. Another area of increasing interest is sarcopenia, the progressive loss of muscle mass and strength that occurs with age. Resistance training is the first line of defense, but creatine amplifies the benefits by enhancing muscle protein synthesis and reducing muscle breakdown. When framed within functional medicine, muscle isn't just about aesthetics or strength. It's a key determinant of metabolic health, blood sugar regulation, fall prevention, and independence in older age. Creatine, in this light, becomes a cornerstone of longevity protocols that prioritize physical resilience and metabolic flexibility. It's also worth noting that creatine is affordable, widely available, and extremely well-studied. Unlike many niche or proprietary supplements marketed for wellness, creatine has decades of peer-reviewed research behind it across multiple age groups and clinical conditions. The standard dose of 3 to 5 grams per day is safe for long-term use in healthy individuals and even in populations with various health concerns. No consistent evidence points to toxicity or organ stress. That said, those with pre-existing kidney dysfunction should always consult with a healthcare provider before starting supplementation as a precaution. Despite its impressive profile, creatine is still often overlooked in functional medicine circles, perhaps because its sports supplement origins still color public perception. But for clinicians focused on systems biology and cellular optimization, creatine should be viewed not as an optional enhancer, but as a foundational compound. It supports the most basic requirement of health: sustained cellular energy. And by doing so, it intersects with nearly every domain of functional wellness, from brain health and mood to physical strength, mitochondrial stability, and inflammatory control. In summary, creatine belongs not only in the gym bag, but in the wellness cabinet. It aligns perfectly with the principles of functional medicine: address root causes, enhance resilience, and restore balance at the cellular level. For anyone seeking to optimize longevity, energy, and total body performance from the inside out, creatine is a simple yet powerful addition to a personalized health strategy.